welcome back to my channel. So today I actually don't have school, so I wanted to do like a get ready with me video. I'm probably going to show how I normally start off my morning routine, which is by washing my face, and then I'll just go ahead and get into my makeup. I'm going to try, I guess, just talk a little bit about my life while I am doing my makeup, so I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll try and show you all the products I use too, so hopefully you like to see that. So the first thing I use is, it's usually called Cetaphil, I believe. I just get like the Walgreens brand because I work there and I get the employee discount, but it's just a really basic skin cleaner and I just go ahead and use that. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my face. But yeah, I just use one squirt usually and just rub it all over my face. And then I use hot water to start with, just to like open up my pores. I feel like it keeps my face really clean, but I don't normally get breakouts, so that's nice. I kind of do right now though because of the stress of school, but I guess that's to be expected. And I also look tired, also because of school. Okay, and then I still rinse that off with hot water. When I am like washing off the layer of the Cetaphil, I normally use hot water, but then to like close my pores, I read somewhere it closes your pores. I use cold water to kind of finish it off. Oh, I probably look super rough right now. That's okay. And then the next thing I use is CeraVe for my face. I just have a really basic routine. Like, this is all I've been using since I was like 16. But this stuff I bought from Target 3 years ago. It's lasted me forever. But yeah, I use it morning and night. And then I just take a little bit on my fingers and then just go ahead and rub it in. But I usually have really dry skin, so I don't know if you can tell, like right around my hairline I usually get like really dry patches and it turns red and sometimes gets flaky, which is gross, but that's what happens when you don't live in a very humid place. Okay. Use this, I think it's called Andalou. It is Moroccan beauty oil. It's got roses in it. And then I use this when my face is really dry, and then it's also for sensitive skin, so that's what I like about it. I've used maybe half. I got it from Sprouts probably also 3 years ago. But I usually just use it around my hairline, like when my face is getting dry. Especially in the winter, I use it all over because I get super dry. And then I did get a sunburn probably a week and a half ago, so my face is peeling, so I'm going to use it on my nose and then under my eyes. Okay, next I'm going to move on to makeup, and I'll see you guys in a second. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm gonna have to show you a picture of my setup because it is so bad. I tried to download, I think it's called Lightroom, for my computer, and I was trying to plug in I was trying to plug my camera into my laptop, and nothing I did was working. So I contacted Nikon, that's the brand of camera we have, and they were like, oh yeah, you can get this like Camera Pro thing, and it was $180. So I'm like, I think I'll stick to my ghetto system. So I actually have a mirror taped to my window. I'm like filming in front of our window. And then I have a mirror kind of set up over here. I need to move it because I'm not going to be able to see how I'm doing my makeup. I'm actually going to move that really fast. I should just make a blooper set. This is rough. I'll stick to my day job. Don't you guys fret. Don't you worry. We're going to try this, you guys. So I have you guys on top of a dresser. What if I open the dresser? Oh, this is rough. Shout out to all the YouTubers. This is too much. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. I should have thought this through more. Okay, so take some of Austin's shirts, pile them up. Can I land the camera on top of the camera? Like, oh, I did it! So the first thing I do is pin my hair back. I'm probably just going to leave my hair like this because I normally keep my bangs out of the way. Okay. And then as far as priming my face, I don't usually do that just because I haven't found a primer that I love. And as I showed you, I use that like rose oil. So I kind of think that's good enough. I need to wet my beauty blender. I think my system's going to collapse if I do. It's fine. Oops. All the YouTube, or all the beauty YouTubers are quaking, you guys. Shoot, I would be too. I'm a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so I'm gonna use this CoverGirl. I'm gonna use this CoverGirl Clean Matte in the shade 535. It's medium light. I normally get just regular light because I am so pale, but it is summer, so I did get a little bit of a tan. Hopefully it doesn't squirt out everywhere. Okay, just gonna put a little bit of my Beauty Blender and go ahead and start dabbing it into my face. You guys are gonna die when I show you my setup. This is gonna be more of a comedy channel, apparently. I don't know. I like to have fun in life. I don't take myself too seriously. But I feel like that's okay. I mean, obviously I take myself seriously in school, but I don't know. I just like to have fun. I like to make sure people around me have fun too. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit more of that and go ahead and put it on my face and my forehead. I guess I could talk about classes in the meantime. So technically we have 10 classes. 2 of them, or I think 3 of them are like experiential. I have my schedule right here, so I could talk about it too. I guess I can set this up by my mirror. Our first class is public health. We did take public health last semester, but this one is like an extension of that. And I think it's really important to have a couple public health under our belt. So this semester we started off, we have to do an assignment where we talk to somebody on a P&T committee. And if you don't know what that is, that's pharmacy and therapeutics. So basically there's a couple pharmacists and doctors on like a panel, and they work with insurance companies to determine what should be on formulary and what should not. So they kind of like weigh the pros and cons of each medication and say like, hey, this is worth it. We think you should put it on your formulary, or no, you should require a prior authorization where your doctor basically goes in and says like, this person needs this medication before they give it to you. So like, for example, like warfarin's usually on a formulary, but if you want something else like more expensive that works a little bit better, like a Doxaban, then you might need a prior authorization from, or your doctor will send that to your insurance company. Okay, I think I almost have all of that blended in. I'm done with that. I'm just gonna leave all my makeup off to this side here. The next thing I use is just Avon Loose Face Powder, and then I just have this big brush from Bellaterra. I got it forever ago at the Aurora Mall, actually. So this is in the color light medium. I just like a powder after I'm done just to set everything, and plus I get really shiny, so okay, just put that all over. Now I think I have that in properly. And usually almost every day I use a bronzer and a highlighter at the same, not at the same time. I usually use a bronzer and a highlighter as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to that. So the bronzer that I use is called Healthy Skin Blends. It's by Neutrogena, and it's in the shade Sunkissed, which is 30. I've had this since I was 16, not even joking. So for my 16th birthday, my dad took me to Ulta and he was like, hey, I'll buy you $100 of whatever makeup you wanted. And that was my birthday present. And I've had this ever since, and I use it every day, so it lasts a long time. I know you're supposed to throw it away after a year, but I don't normally do that. If you guys have any better makeup techniques, I'm more than happy to hear, because I do love doing my makeup, and I watch a bunch of YouTubers do their makeup. I think it's fun, but I kind of take, not the easy way out, but I just do things how I like. Okay. So now I'm done with that. I'm going to go in with MAC highlighter. It is in this shade Soft and Gentle. This is my favorite. I have the Kylie Cosmetics one, but I don't really like it as much. And then I put just a little bit on my nose. I don't want to really highlight my nose because I do kind of have a big nose. And then I also have a dent right here, so I don't want to draw attention to that. Just go ahead and put it on my cheeks. And then I have pretty full eyebrows, so I don't really do much to them. I do have a scar right here because I was mean. Well, not mean to my dog, but I was playing with my dog with a squeaky toy, and I like squeezed it towards his face and he bit me. So I kind of deserved that one. And then, oops, I'm using the MAC eyebrows in the color Brunette. I think I like making YouTube videos because sometimes people actually want to see what I have to say, which is funny because Why would you want to listen to me? That's terrible advice. I don't know, unless you're looking for some medication over the counter. Then I got you, fam. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't really do a whole heck of a lot. And then since I do have very thick brows, I use this NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel. And then I just go ahead and kind of brush my eyebrows up. Since I have so much natural eyebrow hair, they kind of go crazy throughout the day. I only have 2 eyeshadow brushes. And I do tend to use a lot of eyeshadow, but sorry, beauty community. Love you. Okay, so I actually just got this new palette. It's called Revolution, or Makeup Revolution London. This is really cute packaging. I went to Ulta yesterday just for fun, just to see what they had, and I saw this, and it was super cheap, so I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell. It has all the color names up here, but we're gonna ignore those because I'm a pharmacy student. I don't know, maybe one day. Maybe one day you guys will trust me for makeup advice. Warms my heart. Okay, so yeah, here's the colors. I thought they were super pretty. These are all the sparkles. I don't really wear sparkles for eyeshadow, but I thought it was super cool, so I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. And then there was also a 20% off coupon at Ulta, so it was like less than $10, I think. Okay. I'm going to start with this first color right here, and it is called Independent. It's kind of like a really light shade, almost like a skin color shade for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that all over my lid. Also, I don't use eyeshadow primer because I don't have a good one. I have one from e.l.f., but I don't really like it. I never have. And then I'm not going to use fake lashes because this is like my daily stuff. Okay, so instead of showing you guys the eyeshadow colors I'm using, because I don't think anybody's going to want to recreate this, I'm just going to talk about my classes because I'm sure you guys are more interested in that. So the next class that we have is Pharmacotherapy 7, and that class right now is the one everybody's been dreading. That's oncology. They say that there's one D in Pharm D. I saved my D for this class. I'm just kidding. I hope I don't get a D, but you never know. I'm not the best of test takers, as I'm sure you guys know by now. I've gotten C's, that's fine. I live with it. I just try to make sure I understand what's going on. And I don't always understand what's going on, but I try my best to make sure that I do. Like, I'll go to the professors if I need help. And then the next class we have is Pharmacotherapy 6. That class right now, we're learning about sepsis, and we have an exam, like a verbal exam this Friday, so we're talking about a pneumonia case. So we have to write up like an assessment and plan. So we say like, is this patient's pneumonia controlled or uncontrolled? And if it's uncontrolled, what would you do? So we picked like 3 different antibiotics to give this patient, and then she also has a secondary infection, which is sepsis, so we're trying to cure that as well. So we basically just talk about what we would give and why, how her current therapy is, and then kind of what we would recommend for like duration of medication, and then what bugs are associated with pneumonia. I want to use a sparkling eyeshadow. I'm using it wet or dry, so probably won't be that great. Okay, and then the next class we have is pharmacogenomics. That class we're talking about like each individual person's genome and how different medications work for them or don't work for them. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, and then another class we have is pharmacy management. And as I told you guys in my last video, I slept in on Thursday, thus missing pharmacy management. All I know is that we got put into a group for something, and our topic is community pharmacy, so I don't know what we're going to do. All I know is that our topic is related to community pharmacy. Okay, and then I'm actually taking an elective this semester, so the elective I'm taking is, it's called Caring for Psychiatric Patients. So what we learned about was different patients have mental illnesses, and we kind of just want to know like how to talk to these patients. And our first assignment was we had to talk about an experience of a patient that did have some sort of mental disorder and what their perceived feeling was on the interaction, like if it was positive or negative. So that was kind of interesting. So yeah, those are all the classes I'm taking so far. Our first exam is the second week of September, and it's oncology, but we had like an activity session for oncology. That was that cancer screening thing I was telling you about. Thankfully, I got 100 on it because I was worried I was going to get a 50. But at least now I already have a 2.5. That's so good. Just kidding. That's still enough. But I have an A for the time being. Okay. Oh, I didn't tell you guys what this was. My mascara, I just use Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. This is actually my favorite because I have naturally long eyelashes and I obviously don't wear eyelash extensions to school. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this all over. I have a whole 118 subscribers, which thank you guys so much because it really does mean a lot to me. Like the fact that people actually care about what I have to say and listen to my advice and want to know like how I'm getting through pharmacy school blows my mind. But I'm probably going to have like 2 people after this, and they're going to be my husband and one of his coworkers who is also our really close friend. Shout out to you, Austin and Kenneth. Hey, I think I'm done. And I know earlier I said I didn't have school today. I just wanted to like get ready. Oh no. My AC! Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I still look tired, but it's okay. I always look tired. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave it a big thumbs up. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!